Hi, MFI. Holy wow, was it ever a day. I was supposed to be up at 4:45 and I guess I just didn't want to because I got up at 5:30. I had to be out of here by 5:45 and punched in at 6. So, yeah, I'm not a morning person. It was pretty rough. As soon as I got in, I was informed that we were going to be working short because there was a call-in, but one of the third shifters stayed over and she helped and it made it a lot smoother. Um, at 7 o'clock in the morning, I went to help with one of the residents in the other hall. She's has a little bit more needs. So I went down there and she instantly snapped at me. She told me she was feeling dizzy, and I said, "Well, let me go talk to the med tech." And she said, "Well, maybe you should since I've only said it 12 times." So I was walking away at that point. I turned around and smiled and I said, but this is the first time that you've told me." So I went and told the med tech, and I was hoping that maybe the lady was going to realize I'm gonna be nice, so try to be nice back. Um, didn't happen that way. And besides, of course, I have to smile and grit my teeth and just like I can't let them know that I'm irritated, because they feed off of that. So, and I can get in trouble. Um, so I fake it till I make it, and today was one of those days. I go back down there and I check her vitals and everything was okay, but she keeps telling me she's dizzy and she either wants to go in her chair or lay down. And I told her I think it'd be a good idea to go eat, and she said, "I just don't know if I want to." So I go do something else and I let the med tech know, and she said, "Well, she should eat. Offer her a wheelchair ride down." So I went down and I offered her one, and she started waving her hand in my face like and said, "I don't know what you are not understanding, but I want to lay down. I'm not eating." And I just, her hand was like an inch and a half away from my nose, maybe, and I was not happy with that. So I said as politely as I could, but sternly, that there is no reason to be rude. I'm not being mean, so don't be mean to me. And another aide happened to be in there because she's a two-person assist, and the other aide, like, instantly, she said, "Hey, hey, hey, you can't act like that," because I couldn't believe this lady was. I've never had a resident wave her hand in my face the way that she did. Um, so we let her take a nap, and I think she needed it. She didn't get much better throughout the day. So the med tech dealt with her a lot because I had other residents that were acting pretty much exactly the same way. No one waved their hand in my face, but they just all seem to have, I think they have cabin fever. I think this winter is getting to them just as bad as it is me. A lot of them, they're scared to go outside when it's icy and it's snowy, and um, I completely understand it. I don't like to go outside when it's like that either. So a lot of them haven't been outside. I don't know, I think we're going on like 85 straight days of snow on the ground. So I think they're just getting irritable because of the weather. And it's supposed to be spring. I'm done with this. Spring can arrive because I'm at my wit's end. Um, so then one of the ladies that just loves me there, um, she asked me if I was grumpy, and I told her no, just busy, because she wanted me to hand feed her a banana. She wanted me to break off little pieces and feed it to her. She's quite capable of eating, and I don't have time, you know. I have three, four lights going off at once, and I got to run from room to room to room. Um, Luckily, the staff has been awesome the last 2 days that I did work, because usually that's my biggest complaint. The other workers, I can't work with people that are useless. It really gets to me. Um, Let me think. Oh, so yeah, this is, from 6 o'clock to 2:15, nonstop all day long. It wasn't that bad because the good did outweigh the bad. I worked on my grandpa's floor, and he, was so happy to see me. So whenever it was just getting to be too much for me, I'd sneak into his room and give him a hug, and that was kind of nice. He was enjoying that. Um, and then, so there's a couple of other residents like that. I go sneak into the rooms every so often. A couple of ladies were doing a puzzle, and I'd sneak in there and try to help do a puzzle piece or two, and they appreciate it, and I think it's more so the company than anything. But I like that part of my job, there's good people there too. So I get out, I'm supposed to be out at 2:15. I got out at like 2:35, so wasn't doing too bad. Pretty excited about that. Called the hubs, let them know that I'm on my way home, and I said I was going to let him go. Well, then a cop pulled up in the lane next to me, and I wasn't too worried about it. I was going 35, and I was stopped at a stoplight. It was a 35-mile-an-hour road. That's what I meant. And he kind of backed off a little bit and was going slower than me. And then I see him flip on his lights and get behind me. I was like, oh my goodness. I couldn't have been doing anything. I just, started going again. And I pull into the bank parking lot, and he said the tags are expired, which I wasn't aware of. So I'm trying to just smile and go with it, because otherwise I'm just going to break down at this point. I've been fighting back tears like all day. And he comes back and says, oh, well, no points on your license, but it's going to be, 100, it's just going to be $110 ticket. And I broke down, because I also have some hospital bills that some people are pursuing, and I had to make that phone call today. I was overwhelmed. I'm sure you guys can understand. I'm sure everybody's been to that point. Came home, and I took a nap. I couldn't handle it anymore. I'm feeling a little bit better now. Just waiting on the husband to get home. He went to drop our daughter off, and then I am going in the hot tub. Luckily, he'll be in with me, so I will not drown. I should be around this weekend, hopefully to chat at some point, but I'm going to be hanging out with him. I just noticed I'm really fidgety. Sorry. Like I said, I'm trying to stay awake. I will call this good and say goodbye, and have a good weekend. Love you all.